Hello neighbors, it's Brad here at eTrailer, and today we're taking a look at the B&W Companion Fifth-Wheel to Gooseneck Receiver here. Now this is going to go onto your B&W underbed mount kit for your gooseneck. Now this is going to be on a 2019 Ford F250, so let's go through, take a look at it, and see the install portion. Now this is a great option because it's pretty easy to put in place. So if you're going from your gooseneck to a fifth wheel, with an extra set of hands or two, you can get this loaded in place and ready to rock in less than 10 minutes. Now, as far as the weight capacities go, the gross trailer weight rating is going to be 20,000 pounds, which is going to be the weight of the trailer that you're pulling, plus whatever's loaded onto there. Now, you do have a max pin weight of 5,000 pounds, and that's going to be that downward pressure here where the pin is actually at the receiver. So it's important to check not only what you're towing, but also check your vehicle to make sure that it's capable of towing those weight ratings, and you're going to want to go with the lowest of those numbers just to stay safe. Now, a nice feature about this Companion is the sliding feature, and if you've ever pulled a fifth wheel or a gooseneck with a short bed, it can kind of get a little scary, as when you make a sharp turn, it could actually make contact with your cab. Sliding this back, it's going to actually change the mounting point and allow this to swivel without causing damage to your vehicle. And just as easy as it slides forward, simple movement of that handle, and it locks into place for you. Now, another really nice feature is a 360-degree jaws here, and that's going to allow you to securely get onto that kingpin nice and easy. It's going to give a really good secure hold. What's also nice too is if it is kind of at a non-level ground area and you need to unhook, it's not going to bind. This is going to open up, which can save a lot of headache. So the great thing, you can go from a fifth wheel towing to a gooseneck style within just a few minutes, and you have all the components that you need for it. The installation of it is pretty straightforward. The quality of it overall is very good, and we're going to show you how it all comes together. Now, when you're ready to use your fifth wheel head, it's as simple as pulling this out, and then you're going to have your fifth wheel head ready to drop in. Now, you are going to want a few extra sets of hands to get this in place. It is rather heavy. Now, you're going to do it in two parts. You have the base here. You're also going to have the head that you'll put on later. But for now, let's get this dropped into place. Now, if it's your first time installing this in, you're going to want to loosen up each of the feet on the corner. And what that's going to do is allow you to set those feet into the corrugations of the bed. Now, once you have it set in place, and if this is the same truck that you use over and over, you could actually make some marks and tighten it down, and it should be there ready to go the next time. So let's get this in place. When putting it in place, you're going to want to make sure it's in the unlock position, and that way that drops in. If it is sitting a little not flush, you can kind of wobble it around and it should drop in place. And once it does drop in place, you'll be able to lock that up. So we'll simply lift this up and get this to drop in place. Now we'll check our feet to make sure they're sitting in the corrugations here. Pretty good. That's also going to be good there. Now with this in place, we have our feet sitting right where we need them to be. We can go ahead and tighten these down. We're going to go ahead and unlock this by pushing this forward and slide this back. Now with it slid back, we can actually torque this down to the settings here on the plate. So I'm using my torque wrench. Now if you don't have a torque wrench, we actually have these here at eTrailer. A lot of times you can rent them at an auto parts store, but this is an important step to make sure that it's torqued properly. If it feels loose, you're going to kind of want to pull up on that. It's going to need to hook on that pin, but you should be able to hand tighten it and start to feel a little bit of tension. When you do, you can get your torque wrench on there. And there we go. Now before we put our receiver on, we're going to actually want to put a little bit of white lithium grease on here, and that's going to help protect it a little bit. This one you should be able to do by yourself here. So we're going to go ahead, we'll kind of get this rested on there. And these handles here are great to hold on to as they're up too. It's also unlocked. So let's get this in place. So once our handle is down, we can then take our cotter pin off, feed this through here, reattach it, and that's locked in place. We'll go ahead and do the same thing on our other side. So now it's in place, and really all we need to do is hook up to our trailer. And that's gonna be pretty simple here. We have a safety lock pin on this arm. And pull this off, that'll slide out, and that's gonna open up our jaws. Now just keep in mind, the handle does not come pre-installed on this, so you're going to take this pin out, and you're gonna run this Allen head hardware through, and then you'll have it nice and tight, ready to go. And that was a look at the B&W Companion Gooseneck-to-5th-Wheel Receiver hitch on a 2019 Ford F250. Thanks for watching.